Hello lovelies and welcome back to my channel. It's time for the April wrap up. I'm doing it a bit early this month because I normally do it into like the first couple of days of the next month, but I have a handing coming up this week that was thank God pushed back 2 days because of my lecturer being away, but it's still in 3 days now, so we're doing it a bit early this week. Anyway, I've got my bubble tea, so let's get into the books. Let's do stats wise. Stats wise, I read more books on my Kindle this month than I did on my books. Dominant theme, romance, fake dating, with a hint of Brother's Best Friends were the dominant themes. Bookish regrets, the fact I still haven't finished Sunrise on the Reaping. I don't know what to say. Just haven't read it. I don't know why. Book buying, I think I have bought probably a total of 12 books this month, which I think is really good for me. 3 of them were Bookish props that I have for my sex stuff that I also wanted to read, which were like collections of stories. And then one trip to the works. And then also second-hand shops from back home because I love them. Oh, and also I forgot I bought Sunrise on the Reaping this month as well. So that as well. So a bit more than 12 books probably. And I'm probably forgetting some other books somewhere else. Honestly, I don't know anymore. But anyway, let's get into the books I did read. Physical books first. So in physical books, we have Hope of Darkness that was sent to me. Love this book. Great read. Really enjoyed it. This one is the outlier in my standard of what I read this month. This was a more religious, supernatural kind of vibes. There wasn't any romance in it, which is very outside of my usual, so it's my outlier of this month, which broadens my statistics. And then I also read How to Fake It in Hollywood. I really like that. That was my train book. I really like that book. That was such a good read. Honestly, I love the characters, I love the development. I love the fact that they actually took time in the book to give them a break to work on the relationship. That was so well done. This bubble tea also is really good. I haven't gone food shopping. I was supposed to go in the afternoon and I forgot. I was like, you know what, I'll just get a too good to go order for tomorrow. So I have noodles and bubble tea in the house. This is all I own currently because I am a uni student who does not like food shopping. But anyway. And then my favourite read of the month, I have to say, out of everything I read this month, was The Wrong Bride. Oh my god, I love this book so much. It was such a good read. For reference, it's by Katerina Morel? I can't say last names. If you've ever watched one of my videos, you'll probably realise I can't say last names. I'm hopeless with them. That's why I only know most of my friends' first names and rarely any of their second names. It's just safer for me because I can't do last names. But for reference, I am going to go probably works later next month to try and find more of her books, or I might order them online or see if she has any on Kindle, because this was so good. Honestly, I want to read the rest. Such a good read. But anyway, if you want to know more about that, I have a video posted on that one as well. But anyway, now if we get into the Kindle. Got my Kindle fixed. Apparently I did something weird to the charging port and it wasn't charging properly, and that's why it wasn't working, but my dad fixed it for me because my dad's an IT wizard. Honestly, I don't know how that man keeps fixing the things I accidentally break, but he does. But anyway, I honestly lost total. I know I read at least one trilogy, so that's 3 books. I read a couple Brother's Best Friends because I am cursed by the song that's from Victorious, which is My Brother's Best Friend is the one for me. And if you know that song, which probably most people don't, because it's kind of a niche one as I realise it, because for some reason whenever I go, oh, so you know that Victorious song, My Brother's Best Friend is the one for me, they go, no, Rosie, and I'm just like, either you're not on my side of the internet or it's a niche song. And I'm leaning more towards it's a niche song because most people I talk to don't know about it, and only my little sister knows about it because I kind of keep sending her reels with it on. But anyway, long story short, whenever I hear that song, I have an overwhelming urge to read A Brother's Best Friend. But anyway, I'm currently shopping for a new book to read. I might do a physical book, but this is so handy for when I need to go into uni. It's literally quite literally a lifesaver because sometimes I have a bag full of paint and I don't want to get paint on my books if I go into uni. But anyway, hopefully I save most of the books to the library, but me and my sister share the Kindle Unlimited account. We're like, why own 2 when we can own one together? So that's what we do, and that just means that we have a very full library constantly, but hopefully I can find the books I read. Right, I read Nemesis, which was really good. There was like enemies to lovers, It was like a conflict. They kept butting heads. It was a brother's best friend situationship where the brother's best friend had to live with them for 2 months. She was living with her brother, and like the brother was like, "Can we let my best friend come live with us? It would pay for all the daycare needs for 6 months for Maddie." And I love it. Maddie is also her niece, and it was so sad. There was like backstory. I love when characters get given tragic backstories, but the tragic backstories is for an important side character. I'm just like, yes, the main character is not traumatized, but the trauma is affecting them. So it's more deep, because sometimes I feel like authors will sometimes just go, I'm going to give my character trauma just so I have background plot armor kind of stuff. And sometimes it feels a bit lazy, but I feel like it was done quite well. It was a fairly short read for me. I did really enjoy it. I did find it dragged towards the end because I could see everything coming, but then it just like, I felt like it was dragging, and then it just threw a giant plot twist in. I was like, oh my god, I did not see that happening. So to say, I did very enjoy it. That one was, because I don't have the book on me, Nemesis by, let me get it up, Sky McDonald. And then we had, this is the annoying part on Kindle, I can't read the titles half the time because I got a giant banner across them saying red. Then we have Take the Lead by Jacqueline Snow, but Snow is spelled with an E at the end, which is fairly unusual. That was my sports romance. That was a fake dating brother's best friend. Are you seeing a theme here? That's 2 for 2. Let's see. And then we have the space between love and hate, and then the second book in the series of that, which was, honestly, that's my only problem with Kindle, is that whenever I've read a book, I have to like really search to find what the title is half the time and who wrote it. So it was Melissa Tope, and it was The Space Between Love and Hate and The Space Between Now and Forever. I read both of them back to back. Really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed how it's like a 2-part book series and that it had to develop and everything. I really did enjoy reading that one. And then we also have Vow to May. Finished that one. It really dragged towards the end. Kind of dropped off on that one for me just because the plot lines felt very divided instead of united. And I like a flowing plot line, even if the plot line isn't contingent with each other. It felt like the plot line wasn't flowing at all. It felt you had romance, and then you got to part 2, and then part 2 was something else entirely, and I wasn't quite enjoying it. Then we also have The Unwanted Bride. Really enjoyed that one. Yet again, that was an arranged marriage one. You have The Player You Know, which was also a brother's best friend dating one. Can we see the theme here at all? I think I might have a problem. So if anyone can suggest a different trope or like a different like kind of thing that has a similar vibes, let me know. I'm thinking, but this month I might read Dark Academia or one of my books up here. I'm going to try to. I know I keep saying I want to, and I keep not doing it, but I'm going to try, honestly. And I believe that is all the books I read on Kindle. There might have been 1 or 2 more that I've had to swap out, because I have a feeling that I might have. But that's all. But I think I did really well this month for how many books I read. It's definitely an improvement to last month's, all in all. And now onto the important part, discussing what type of books I want to read next month. Because this month was very romance, brother's best friend heavy. And I should put a counter on here for brother's best friend for how many times I've said it in this video so far. But honestly, who knows? Right. So I'm thinking for next month, either you're no longer allowed to buy a book, or you have to, for every book you want to buy, you have to read at least one. I might try and complete a series that I pre-own, because I have the Million Kiss series, I have the Filthy Rich Vampire series, I have 2 Elle Kennedy series, I have the Twisted series, not the Twisted Pastel Twisted series, I mean the Twisted Disney series with Peter Pan, Hooked, and all those ones. We also have a couple Elle Kennedy books, because Elle Kennedy, we also have a couple Elsie Silver ones. I have the entire Flawless series, and I have not read a single one of them books, and my little sister keeps going, Rosie, read them, so I might need to read them. I have Fake Dating up here, I have Promise Me Not, and one of my favourite books in the world is, where is it? Ooh, I have it here at home. Yes, my little show. It's at home, but it's Say You Swear. I love Say You Swear. Oh my god, that book made me cry. It took me on emotional roller coasters. I love that book. Or alternatively, apart from reading a book on my shelf, I could try and read a fantasy. I want to try and find a dark academia fantasy, and now I've got my Kindle back up working. I might try and see if I can find one on Kindle Unlimited. I feel like I have waffle today. Probably have, knowing me. I love a good waffle. But anyway, general sensitive. I read a lot more books this time around this month. More on the Kindle than physical. I want to try and read more physical books next month, but also want to read a dark academia or maybe a fantasy. May try murder mystery. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to have to wait till the fall to read murder mystery because I feel like the vibes are there. Whereas right now I want to have summer, springish, fun, lightweight reads, which is weird because I want to read dark academia, which is contradictory. I'm getting off track. Anyway, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you've read this month or what you're looking forward to read, and if you have any book suggestions, or just say hi. And if you enjoyed the video, maybe think about liking it, or just tell me if I ramble too much or not. But anyway, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and you should go read.